Halfway through the season, I'm having a great year. And not only that, the team is too. We're currently undefeated. And with the way we've been playing offensively and defensively throughout this season, we ain't looking forward to losing no games. We want that Natty. Surprisingly enough, we went from number 2 to number 3 and we're still undefeated. But the crazy thing about that is we just played against a pretty good team, Clemson. They were ranked number 18 when we played them. And I guess what I said about our schedule not being that tough at the beginning of the year, it might come back to bite us, because we're for sure not the only undefeated team in the nation. But we got another opportunity here against another top ranked team in the nation, ranked 17 Miami. And we are without a doubt the number 1, the best team in Florida. And I'd be damned if I lose to another Florida team. So far, hasn't been scoring happening at all. But defense, yeah, that's definitely happening. After getting tackled for loss last play, running the ball, they ran the ball again. And this running back fought with all he had to gain 5 yards. But then on 3rd and 9, when they tried to pass the ball, the quarterback ran the opposite way, trying to throw the ball back. And that ball went right to the ground. Second quarter started, and still, no touchdowns, no field goals, no nothing. It's going to be another defensive game, just like when we played against Clemson. And the team that wins is going to be the team whose offense finds something. And even though Miami done made their way down the field, making it to our side, all that's going to do is make it easier to play defense, a shorter field. It is 3rd and 2, and they tried to run the ball, get the two yards easily, but they could not because the running back tripped up and fell 2 yards short. And still, just straight defense right now. I mean, Miami does have a top defense in the nation right now, and we probably have the number 1 ranked defense in the nation at this point. And the rest of this game is going to be a dogfight. After trying to run the ball has been failing, they tried to pass the ball on 3rd and 10, but the quarterback ain't had time to try to throw the ball. He ended up taking a sack. We finally have a touchdown, and now we got to stop Miami from getting a touchdown with less than 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And on 2nd and 1, they end up getting one of their biggest plays of the game, a 22-yard reception. And the momentum from last play carried on in this play on 1st and 10. With a receiver on the other side of the field will burn his man over the top. And an easy pass for the quarterback for them to pick up their first touchdown of the game. Still a tied game as Miami found a way to stop our offense once again before the first half was over. But with us getting a stop here, they got 3 timeouts left for 20 seconds. They might be able to do something. And they did do something. Score before half and score when they got the ball first at half. And it just gets better from there. They try to run the ball on 1st and 10, fumble the ball, and we pick it up in scoring range already. It's not looking good for them now. It's just crazy how fast, how quickly this game changed. It went from a defensive game to a blowout. Don't mind that. Look at the score. Yet again, another ranked team that we beat. But I mean, we ain't just beat them, boys. We did them dirty. And now, after dogging a ranked team, we're going back to playing against an unranked team. And after going through what we went through the last 2 games, when we actually had competition, there's no way that we lose any game to a team that we shouldn't lose to. Though NC did make that way down the field and on 2nd and 2 trying to run the ball to get the first down, but can't go nowhere, went back 3 yards. Something I normally really don't do much is press. On 3rd and 5, I'm pressing, got my hands all over this receiver. He had to throw the ball to the running back and he didn't get no first down. They got to kick this field goal. I don't know what it is with teams not wanting to just go ahead and get their field goal. But as for me, I don't know how I ain't catch this pig. And then just to make this situation worse for me, after allowing the last catch, I get killed on this end route trying to play off man and allowed another first down. And when I was determined to make up for my mistakes and catch a pick of my own, my teammate had other plans, jumping that route perfectly, an amazing pick. But unfortunately, he wasn't fast enough to take it to the crib. He got caught. It's the second half now, and we're up 21-7, but they got the ball, and they're on our side of the field already, so they still got a chance to stay in this game as long as they score this drive. On 3rd and 1, I feel like that quarterback overthought this completely. All they needed was 1 yard. And I don't know if he saw, but there was a defender right in front of that receiver. Threw it right to him, picked off. Now, I don't know what's going on with me in this game, but I done allowed a couple catches. And on 3rd and 13, I'd do that again. I thought I was going to have this pick, but bro got up there and head topped me. It's crazy. And after getting tackled for loss last run, they tried to run the ball one more time, only end up gaining 2 yards. Stop running. And this time, on 3rd and 12, they passing the ball. We running zone coverage, and they had a wide open guy, but luckily bro got there and knocked that ball out before he could catch it. It's the 4th quarter now. We're up 24-10, and NC State's putting up more of a fight than Miami did. But it really don't matter how much of a fight they putting up, because we're on a mission this season. And this defense especially is playing just like it. Since earlier, I got head topped, I really want to catch a pick. On 1st and 10, I allowed him to get past me and didn't react in time. Got burnt over the top again. I just feel like sometimes at the end of the day, you trying to bait up quarterbacks anyway, like you might allow a couple catches every once in a while. It happens. But due to me doing that, they now have a chance to score and make it a 1-score game. But I ain't gonna let that happen. Bro try to score a touchdown on me, not happening. Give me that. And even though that was game over, this NC State quarterback wasn't done throwing picks though. A great bait for another pick to go and end the game off. And after winning that game, we have now returned back to being the number 2 ranked team in the nation. Hopefully, we move up to number 1 after this. But given this Wake Forest that we're playing against, beating them probably won't move our ranking at all. To be honest, we might actually end up moving down depending on if the teams that are undefeated end up staying undefeated. But now on the first drive, we've been playing some pretty good defense. 3rd and 4, he tried to force it in, ended up getting deflected. Offense ended up being able to score on their second drive, and I tried to bait up off this curl route, but quarterback ain't even have enough time to try to throw that ball, sacked. Now, I don't know what the coach was thinking with this play call, but they did a QB run on 3rd and 19. I don't understand that. And then just to make matters worse for them and make their coach look even more dumb, on 3rd and 21, they ran the ball. I guess they just forfeited their little drive they had, punting the ball off to us, I guess. But we ended up scoring, making it 14-0. And now on 3rd and 5, sitting in my zone just waiting for him to try to throw this underneath route. But I got there a little bit too late. Luckily though, we was able to make the tackle and get the first. This time though, I got there perfectly. On 2nd and 2, playing off man. And I just waited for that quarterback to get into his throwing motion. Jumped that route and got a crazy diving pick. Give me that. And with that pick, I had broken the FSU school record for the most interceptions in the season and on my 10th game. Going crazy. Less than a minute left in the first half. They still haven't scored any points, and on 2nd and 2, I tried to pick this ball off, tried to undercut it, but I could not get there in time. After gaining a couple yards, it's 3rd and 7 now, and they're getting locked up, so the quarterback decides to just throw it out of bounds and kick the field goal. And for some reason, no team likes to make field goals on us. They still got no points. But they might be determined to get some here. A wide open wide receiver picking up a big gain of 33 yards. They decide to run the ball on 2nd and 10, run this ball up the middle, picking up a good 5 yards. I ain't gonna lie, my timing has to be off for baiting these picks, because I could have sworn I'd be able to get there and pick this ball off, but instead he got the first down. On 1st and 10, they threw us off a little bit, had a couple motions going on, and they ran a speed option. Tossing it off to the running back, he picked up the first down and more, getting to around the 8-yard line. Coach ended up sending me out on a blitz on 2nd and goal, and it might have been the perfect time to send this blitz, cause they ran another speed option. And I was able to come up behind the quarterback and get that tackle for loss while he wasn't expecting it. But then all that good defense just for on 3rd and goal, us running zone coverage, and the quarterback finds the perfect spot towards the sideline for the touchdown. And after getting a stop on our offense, it's now the 4th quarter, and they're only down 10 points. So they still got a chance. But it's going to be real tough for them, especially with how good our defense is playing. They have really been loving these speed options, especially here in the second half. And I knew that. So on 2nd and 3, I came down at the perfect time as soon as he tossed the ball to the running back to tackle him before he gets to the first. And then on 3rd and 3, when the quarterback tried to get it to his tight end, standing there right at the first down, an amazing play deflected down. And on 4th and 3, they decided to go for it. He had an open guy, but he decided to throw it way too late, almost picked off, but bro dropped it. I don't know what's going on with offense right now. I don't know if Wake Forest defense is just that right now, but offense been having a tough time. But right now, that really doesn't matter, because us defense, we are not having a tough time. Matter of fact, we're having a wonderful time locking these boys up right now. As many times as they gonna get stops on our offense, we gonna get stops on theirs too, but double that. Whether they passing the ball, running the ball, we all over it. And then go ahead and end this game off on 1st and 10, I'm allowing him to get past me, making the quarterback think he got this. But nah, give me that. I'm gonna be honest, this game didn't really go how I expected. I expected us to beat them by a lot more, but We did what we need to do though, got the win, and we're on to the next one now. Now, like what I said about schedules, yeah, we go back to number 3. There are 5 undefeated teams in the nation right now, and losing one game will be the end of it for us. We cannot be the undefeated team to lose at the end of the season. Not happening. And we especially can't lose that game to Syracuse, a team that's not ranked at all, but still, they're 6-4 and they're a pretty decent team. Off the first drive, we played some pretty good defense. Got them the 3rd and 1. They tried to run the ball to the right side, to the outside, but could not because them linebackers was out there defending the edge. But then, after stopping our offense from scoring, their next drive was a lot better than their last drive. It seemed like they found out what our defense was trying to do, and now they know what they're doing. After their big run, they're now in the red zone, and on 2nd and inches, he's picking up a 1st down and almost scoring the touchdown, just like 1 yard short. Now they done made their way all the way down the field, got all the way to the goal line, but can they finish this off? The quarterback tried to scramble, and I'm getting there, preventing that touchdown. I ain't letting it happen. But they end up going for it on 4th and goal, and their running back came out the backfield and caught the touchdown, scoring the first points of the game. Now them being that confident, not wanting to settle for the field goal, could be bad for us, or it could be good and work in our favor. But here, it's not looking too good for us because they're picking up this huge play. Luckily, that safety was able to get there and prevent the touchdown, but that's a 63-yard reception. We can't let that happen no more. We started to lock in a little bit, pushing them back a couple yards. It's 3rd and 13. They're taking a check down on the screen play, and he's almost picking up the 1st down, falling 1 yard short. And yet again, they're not settling for the field goal. On 4th and 1, they decide to go for it, running the ball, and they end up getting it, but just barely, but they still got it. And then to end off their drive, on 3rd and 5, they threw a dot to the back of the end zone. It's crazy. Right now as a defense, we not looking the best. I mean, we get them the 3rd downs, but they're still able to convert. And offense finally ended up scoring a touchdown, so maybe us getting a stop here will let us tie this game up. Throughout this first half, us getting them the 4th down, 3rd down really didn't matter. Up until this moment on 3rd and 10, we finally stopped them, and this time they cannot go for it. It's 4th and 11, there's no way. And lucky for us, they end up missing their field goal. They get the ball back though in the 3rd quarter, but still, them missing that field goal was huge because now it's still a 7-point game. But the bad thing is they're still moving the ball on us pretty efficiently. I mean, only when it's 3rd down or 4th down. It's crazy. But maybe we could change the ties though on this play on 1st and 10. That boy got back there sacking the quarterback. Maybe that's what we need. It's now 3rd and 15. There's no way we allow them to convert 15 yards. I'm playing over the top, making sure they're not getting nothing over the top. And they end up taking like a slant, didn't get enough yards. 4th. Now this time, they was able to make the field goal. Offense didn't score, but we can't really say nothing because our defense has not been the best this game. And I mean, we've literally been behind this entire game, offensively, defensively. We just don't look like ourselves right now, but maybe we can make all that change with this sack, making it 4th and 16. If offense could score here, we'd be looking good. Offense did end up scoring. We have 2 minutes left. We're down 3 points with only 1 timeout. Can we end up winning this game, finding a way? I'm making this tackle, pushing them out of bounds, 4th down. Offense, we need y'all here. And with under 2 minutes, only 1 timeout. They didn't use their timeout. And they done drove all the way down the field on 1st and 10. That boy is throwing a dot to the end zone, and we take the lead. They got 30 seconds left to try to score. But with only 20 seconds left, they got 2 timeouts, so they got a good amount of time. But will they be able to get down the field and score a touchdown? We're not going to let that happen. They ain't got no choice but to try to throw this ball deeper. At least try to get to like 4th and 10 or 4th and 15 from 3rd and 26. But this play call they just did right here was not smart at all. They threw it to the corner route, and that is picked off, and that's game over. Surprisingly, out of all games, that had to be the toughest game we done played all year. Even though they're not ranked, they're a pretty good team. And now we're coming into the last game of the regular season. And we got Florida, who's ranked number 6 with 2 losses, so they're beatable. And now back to what I said about our strength of schedule. The teams that we played that weren't ranked really messed up our ranking because now we're ranked 4 and we're undefeated. And all that means is that there are 4 undefeated teams still in the nation. If nobody loses this game or the next game, it might not be looking good for us. But we just gotta make sure we're not the undefeated team that loses. It's pretty funny to me the fact that we just played against Syracuse, had a very tough time. We was behind the entire game up until the end. But here against Florida, who's ranked number 6 in the nation, we're dominating them already in the first half, getting 3 touchdowns. I mean, they really haven't been able to do anything on us the entire game. On 2nd and 3, they tried to run the ball, but their run game hasn't been going at all. They end up picking up a first down off a little short, quick pass play. And now they're trying to get back to the run, but that's not happening. Going backwards. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if they feel nervous or anything or their coach feel nervous. They're at home right now and they're doing running plays on 3rd and long. I mean, like when I came into this game, I was expecting to, you know what I'm saying, hear the Florida fans. But this defense done really came into this game and shut all that down. It's just turnover after turnover after turnover. They can't stop giving us the ball. It's now the second half and they still don't have any points. And on 3rd and 6, tried to run the ball. I don't know why they keep trying to run the ball on 3rd downs, but they end up going backwards. It's the 4th quarter now and they finally put some points up on the board. And on 2nd and 3, I was guarding my man, but I saw the quarterback scrambled. He ended up breaking the sack. So I tried to sneak in and, you know what I'm saying, sneak a little sack, but I couldn't. But it's fine though. I'd rather not have a sack. I'd rather have a pick. And on 3rd and 6, they gave me just that. Give me that. And this one going to the crib. Just came into their crib and completely humiliated them boys. But even after beating the number 6 team in the nation, we are still ranked 4. So this next game could determine a lot or just keep us at 4 if the top 3 teams win. At this point, it's going to be all out of our hands. All we got to worry about doing is winning this game. And if we win, just pray that we become a top 2 team. Because I'm going to be honest, if we don't get the national championship and we end up in like a good bowl game or whatever, I'm not playing in that game. I'm entering the NFL draft because I'm here for that Natty. Now, the only bad thing about this is the fact that North Carolina is a unranked team, and that could definitely hurt us when the ranking come up. But at the same time, North Carolina is not a terrible school at all. They're 9-3 and they could possibly beat us if we don't stay locked in. After a drive offensively from both teams, nobody has been able to score yet. And on 1st and 10, the quarterback tried to scramble, but then he ended up getting hit and fumbled the ball. We got that thing now. Unfortunately though, UNC was able to stop our offense from scoring any points, but they're all the way backed up. And getting that sack, making it 2nd and 16, it's gonna make it very hard for them to get out of this hole. On an attempt to try to get out of this hole without getting the safety, they tried to run the ball and it ended up working. They gained 6 yards, making it 3rd and 10. Our punter put us in a great position that we cannot waste. On 3rd and 10, they ended up taking a check down in the flats. And my teammate went down there to make that tackle. I came down to help. But yet again, offense struggles to score. It's kind of like the Syracuse game, except in the Syracuse game, our defense wasn't the best. But now the offense just isn't really working. But we're having another pretty good defensive drive on 3rd and 11. They had a receiver screen. He couldn't throw that ball because I would have picked that off and went for 6. He had to take that sack. And still, offense is really struggling to score on UNC's defense right now. And luckily, UNC isn't making smart decisions. And finally, after that drive, offense was able to put some points on the board. And with the way our defense been looking, this might be all we need to win this game. Crazy enough, on 3rd and 6, they ended up doing another receiver screen type of play, but they threw in a little motion and thought that would work, but didn't. That boy got hit. No score once again from the offense, but again, the punter put us in a great position to play some easy defense, and we do just that. Getting that tackle, forcing the 4th down. Second half now, we end up getting ball first, and offense end up scoring with that ball. Here on 1st and 10, I'm playing off. We're just waiting for him to throw this out route, and I'm jumping that thing. Give me that. And now we done find ourselves up 21-0, and UNC is trying their best not to get completely shut out in this game. But the way our defense is playing, the way that we all up on them when they catch the ball or run it, it's crazy. On 3rd and 6, they had a wide open slant or drag or whatever that was, but it was open. But the quarterback could not get the ball out. An amazing blitz on that outside, on the opposite side, to force him to throw incompletion. But now in the 4th quarter, they done finally found their way into the red zone, and they might actually end up getting their first touchdown or points in this game. After trying to pass the ball so many times, they finally decided to run the ball up the middle on 3rd and goal. Running back trucked over somebody and got in there, getting their first touchdown of the game, and it's a 2-score game. But thankfully, the offense scored, because if they didn't and UNC done found a way to get down the field and score, that momentum might have changed. But it seems like to me, this game is over. And so we win the conference championship. But the real question is, will we make it to the national championship? I mean, that's why I'm here. And we went undefeated. But unfortunately, Even though we went undefeated, we did not get into the national championship. We got the Capital One Orange Bowl. That's crazy. And I mean, just look at this. Of course, the year that we go undefeated, and in my last year, 3 teams would be above us. And 1 team lost the game, but that didn't matter. Well, I guess on the bright side of my last season, it went crazy. Won all these awards, and my stats for this year were crazy. 17 interceptions, not as good as last year, but still did my thing. Well, I guess my career is over here. After 2 years at Colorado, 1 year at FSU, had a pretty good college career. But now, we finna enter a new era. NCAA 25. Can't wait to see all the